It's time for boys high school soccer on the NCW Life channel. Today's broadcast is brought to you by the Wenatchee Valley YMCA. Now, let's go to the pitch for live high school soccer. Alongside Matt Wisen, here's Sebastian Moraga.
Hello and welcome. You've joined us just in time for this exciting encounter between the Eastmont Wildcats and the West Valley Rams. Hi again, I'm Sebastian Moraga. Alongside with me, as always, is our soccer expert, Matt Wisen. And Matt, spring break, but not a lot of loosey-goosey atmosphere here. They're taking this seriously.
Yeah, I expected to see them kind of goofing off a little bit. I mean, who doesn't want to do that during spring break? But that's a different story. I was watching them warm up, and they're all dialed in. They're ready to go. They're looking really good.
It seems like the high from their victory at Wenatchee hasn't dissipated quite enough, because they played Sunnyside really well. They got a 4-1 victory, and now they, like you said, they seem ready to go here against West Valley.
Yeah, it seems like they're gaining momentum. Wenatchee, I expected them to kind of come down off that Wenatchee game a little bit. It's such an emotional game. As you saw, a very, very aggressive physical game. Maybe not a whole lot of tactical brilliance on the pitch that night, but usually there's some kind of a letdown. And going into a really tough game like Sunnyside afterwards, I expected it to be tight. It didn't show on the scoreboard. 4-1 at Sunnyside. That's pretty impressive. Now they come here and get a chance to keep it rolling against a team in West Valley who's lower down in the bracket, hasn't had so much success. So that's got to be good news for Eastmont.
Absolutely. We're going to see something interesting without a doubt here. Some home cooking on spring break from Eastmont. When we come back, we'll have the coaches interview and a whole lot more here on NCW Live channel. Don't go away. Welcome back to East Wenatchee for tonight's encounter between Eastmont and West Valley. And now it's time for our coaches interview, brought to you all season long by Heritage Memorial Chapel. Next to me is Vidal Hurtado, head coach of the Eastmont Wildcats. And coach, welcome to our segment. And first of all, this team seems to be on quite a roll. The hard-fought match against Wenatchee, slightly easier time of it against Sunnyside, and now looks like you guys are primed for some home cooking here against West Valley.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that the Sunnyside game was an easy match. I think what I'm seeing is players are connecting well. Like I said, we have players that have been playing for a while, and that's showing right now. We have chemistry. We're learning our defensive shape better, so it's starting to show, and that's nice to see early in the season.
Now, a quick change in the schedule. What happened to the Quincy match that was scheduled for Saturday?
We look at those for preseason games, and right now I don't have a lot of numbers to take risk in the exhibition match, so I wanted to make sure that we were ready season long, and I wanted to make sure that we don't have injuries. Also, Friday we play at Ike, and coming back, midnight and playing again on a Saturday it's not ideal for any team.
Mr. Wisen.
Coach, welcome to our show. This is being spring break for you guys, right? So my experience, usually spring break, cat's away kind of syndrome. Players want to let their hair down a little bit, sometimes literally, and take their foot off the pedal. Watching them warm up, it doesn't seem like they're having that issue right now. What are you doing to keep their focus, their mind in the game?
We talk a lot about it, reminding each other that if you want to compete in this league, we gotta stay awake all for the entire season, including spring break. So just having that conversation day to day, reminders, and we have great leadership. They're reminding each other, and that's just showing. So yeah, it is that time of season, but it's not showing, and that's good for us.
Any tricks up your sleeve? You've been working on anything different since we saw you last at Wenatchee?
No, my philosophy is to keep soccer simple. Let our strikers be individuals, play to their skill set, and then defensively just play simple soccer. That's hard to coach that, but that's what I think is what's showing for us.
Absolutely. Thank you, Coach, for being with us. When we come back, we'll have the keys to the game and 40 top-notch minutes of soccer for you here on NCW Live channel. Don't go away. Welcome back to East Wenatchee. We're just about ready to start this contest between the Rams of West Valley Yakima and the Wildcats from East Wenatchee, from Eastmont, I should say. The Wildcats wearing red tops with red, I guess you could call them shorts.
They're actually wearing white. They just took they're taking their reds off. It's pretty deceiving.
Oh,
but
I apologize.
Red
Yes, you're absolutely right. White tops, red shorts, and white socks. Last minute huddle for both teams, as a matter of fact. This spring break game with still somewhat of a decent attendance. We could stand to have a few more folks, but most everybody is out and about traveling, visiting relatives and whatnot.
Not everyone is so enlightened in the beautiful game as we are, but hopefully this broadcast will share some of that brilliance with people.
My thoughts exactly. My thoughts exactly. No pressure.
So what I was saying before the national anthem kicked in, it's great to have Vlad back between the pipes and the goalkeeper. Definitely approaching halfway point in the season. You want to be gaining some strength. You know, Eastmont has been looking forward to the rest of their schedule. Did make a tactical decision to cancel Saturday's game to give these players some rest. And he's the goalkeeper back in Friday night. It appears to be another physical game in hand for Eastmont against Eisenhower. So.
We're just about ready, and there's the whistle. We are in business here at Eastmont High School. From left to right on your screen, black tops, baby blue or light blue shorts and socks, West Valley Yakima. From right to left on your screen, white tops, red shorts, and white socks, the Eastmont Wildcats. Ball goes out of bounds while they fetch it. Let me give you the West Valley Yakima starting lineup. Number 22, the goalkeeper, Devin Duthie. Number 18, Luke Baker. Number 14, Noah Stuckey. Number 12, Chase Thorne. Number 9, Zinedine Moreno. Number 8, Edgar Ramirez, co-captain and leading scorer with 7 goals. Brandon Rueda, number 7. Number 5, Jorge Ramirez, co-captain. Number 4, Colvin Moore. Number 3, Noah Cepeda, co-captain as well. And number 2, Luke Powers. Quick move to the back end. Putting some pressure there was Nate Balauro. West Valley prevailing in this particular stretch. Taken back, however, by Tony Leon. West Valley on the counter. Switching flanks to the left. Over to chase it is Luke Baker. Ball went out of bounds. Apparently, it will be a throw-in. While this happens, let me give you the starting lineup for your Eastmont Wildcats. Number 1, the goalkeeper, Vladimir Rishko. Number 3, Sebastian Aviles. Number 6, Edson Aviles. Number 7, Flavio Espinosa. Number 8, Nate Balauro. Number 9, Sergio Bravo. Number 10, Johan Espinosa. Number 11, Manny Lopez. Number 12, Giovanni Romero. Number 14, Cristian Camacho. And number 17, Tony Leon. There's Manny Lopez, and Johan Espinosa. Espinosa and Lopez. Lopez and Espinosa, yours, mine, yours. Sergio Bravo, Espinosa, good move. Shot across, who's there? Connect, right foot, the shot, excuse me, goes wide. And a good opportunity goes wasting for the Eastmont Wildcats here early in the contest. 2 minutes, 13 seconds into it, as a matter of fact. And we have a goal kick for the Rams.
Yeah, West Valley dodged the bullet there. Eastmont really had a golden opportunity. Good attacking shape there, and it was good to see they weren't all on the same plane, pushing in deep. The runner-up guy, the second runner, was holding a little higher and was able to get a foot on that. Unfortunately, couldn't quite get around.
Colvin Moore and Edgar Ramirez. Ramirez penetrating into the box, shot across, back to Moore. 18 yards out, the shot bounces around the 6, the shot, and Mr. Rishko forced to send it to the corner kick. A bit of a surprising attack there, Matt Wyson, by part of the Rams.
Eastmont kind of lost their marks back there in the box, and that's never a good thing. And communication seems to be a little flat there. Just they need to keep their head up. Otherwise, this can be a back and forth high scoring game. I'm sure Eastmont doesn't want to see that again.
Not at all, especially with the kind of schedule they have coming up in the next few days. Kick, switching flanks, rejected by Tony Leon, taken back once again by Colby Moore. Moore cannot get out of his own way. Ball goes out of bounds. Goal kick for the Wildcats. The clock tells us we are approaching the 3 minutes and 30-second mark of this first half of play. It's Eastmont, the Wildcats. West Valley Yakima, the Rams, tied at 0-0. Goal kick coming. Across the equator. Header rejecting it. Scooping it back up, or at least trying to, for the Wildcats was Johan Espinosa. Fruitless maneuver that time. The through ball, trying to surprise the marker from behind, almost does. Putting some pressure on him right now. Looked like Luke Baker once again, who's becoming a bit of a headache down that left flank, Mike Wisen.
Yeah, Eastmont just needs to make one little adjustment right now with their defense, and they're not the cover man, the second defender in that. It needs to tuck up a little tighter and encourage that attacking player to.
A mistake there. A shot coming from the 18. No, they back up a little bit, making some room, trying to make something happen. The through ball that time, dangerous shot. Brandon Rueda shot across. And that one dances in front of the 6. And Mr. Rishko under some pressure there. And it should be a free kick in my estimation. I think that
the attacker turned his hip into him and bumped him once he had possession of the ball.
You cannot do that to the goalkeeper within the 6. And Mr. Rishko will take care of this free kick. But once again, we see a certain looseness, a certain lack of crispness in the back end of Eastmont early on here, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, they, like I was saying earlier, the cover player, or the second defender, needs to tuck in a little tighter. They're giving him too much room. So if he gets a foot or two and can get that ball across or off his foot and cross it, or worst case scenario, get by the defender, there's no one there to cover within 10 yards, and that just really leaves the defense scrambling to pick players up.
Zinedine Moreno and Edgar Ramirez. Little chipper there for Jorge Ramirez. Recovered by the Wildcats, only temporarily. Now they have possession for a bit more. The good triangulation there. Nate Balauro, Tony Leon, slaloming past 1, past 2. Nice touch to the right. Penetration by Manny Lopez into the box, rejected by a well-populated back line of West Valley. Counter in the making will not prosper. I spoke too soon, obviously, as you can tell, because here comes West Valley down the 18. Rejected by Eastmont.
Yeah, players so often forget that their goalkeeper is also a player on the field, and he can play the ball back to that player. So here what we just saw, the Eastmont defender turning back into pressure when he had a nice outlet pass back.
On the right foot, the shot and the stop by Devin Duthie, the goalkeeper for West Valley Yakima. Good effort that time by Eastmont. Perhaps a little bit too straight. A little English on that shot, perhaps.
Yeah, and it was right at keeper. What we saw with the keeper, at least his first initial attempt at handling the ball, he gave it up or dribbled it out right in front of the front. Fortunately for West Valley, no one from Eastmont were moving in on that. Just stood and watched.
A through ball, looking to connect with Flavio Espinosa. Ball goes out of bounds, sent away by a West Valley Yakima defender, throwing for the Wildcats. Seven minutes, 40 seconds into this first half of play. Eastmont and West Valley Yakima tied at 0-0. It's Big 9, Columbia Basin Big 9 boys soccer action. Throw-in and right at the hands of Devin Duthie, the goalkeeper. Duthie rolls to his right. The quick push upfield by the Rams, trying to connect with Edgar Ramirez. There's Rishko. Espinosa Flavio. The other number 7 now, Brandon Rueda. Quick give and go. Zinedine Moreno. Interrupted by Camacho. Whistle on the play. Let's see what the referee has called this.
We've got an offside here.
An offside call. And it will be an indirect free kick for the Wildcats. 8 minutes, 45 seconds into this one. We're still tied at 0-0. We have an interesting formation in the sky. Diagonal lines heading in opposite directions. Quick move by Cristian Camacho, connecting with Giovanni Romero. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for West Valley Yakima. West Valley Yakima opted out from 2A a few years ago and chose to not go to 3A, even though that's would be a more, perhaps a more gradual advancement, and instead choosing 4A and getting stuck playing against some mighty big schools. The reason why they decided to forego going to 3A is that most of the 3A schools involve the trip to the Tri-Cities. They didn't want to do that. They wanted to stay a little closer to the Yakima area, and so here they are, a little over the limit for 2A. So too big for 2A and kind of a small 4A school. Corner kick for West Valley Yakima. Second of the game, both favoring the Rams. The header, the shot, and Mr. Rishko, good positioning that time by the Russian gatekeeper of the Eastmont Wildcats.
Yeah, a lot of flat feet back there by Eastmont in this game so far in the defense. Quick, maybe an opportunity.
Quick
wasted for a quick restart, but Eastmont can look to tally, and I think this game might look a little different. But right now, both teams are seeming to hold their own pretty well.
Tony Leon. Camacho. Recovered by Rueda. Pushed back by Stuckey. Recovered by Eastmont. Trying again for the Wildcats is Johan Espinosa. Whistle on the play, foul called. It will be a free kick for the Wildcats. A little too far for Johan, Madweisen?
That is an optimistic shot from that point for many people. I think we might see a set piece coming in right here. Maybe going in at the far post with some runners over there.
11 minutes 32. There's the shot, and it dances past the upright.
Spoke too soon.
Happens to the best of us. Happened to me a few minutes ago. Good effort by the goalkeeper, Duthie, sending that one to the corner kick. First corner kick of the game for Eastmont, third overall. Right-footed corner kick to the heart of the box. Bounces out to the 18. Tony Leon. And it will be a goal kick for West Valley Yakima. 12 minutes, 15 seconds into this one. West Valley Yakima, the Rams, Eastmont High School, the Wildcats tied at 0-0. Folks, a quick reminder, the Quincy Eastmont game has been canceled. A good decision, like Matt pointed out, to save the legs of both teams in the midst of their respective league seasons. A quick give and go into the box. It goes, the shot across, and Mr. Rishko hits the deck to make a stop. A good effort that time by number 14, Noah Stuckey. Quick run down the right side, leaving one behind, trying for two. Connecting partially with Flavio Espinosa. There's Johan, top of the box. Balauro, the shot. Balauro trying again. Flavio Espinosa gets into the mixer there. A bit of a battle flag is up. It will be West Valley Yakima ball. What went wrong in that play, Matt Weiser?
I think just a little impatient. Trying to put too much on one player, getting your head down and not really seeing, so then you get frazzled and you just try and hurry things and get a shot off.
Nobody warming up on either bench. And this somewhat chilly evening in April. I hope everybody had a good Easter, safe April Fool's Day, and more importantly, a good Monday and Tuesday of this week. I should say more recently, not more importantly. 14 minutes, 8 seconds into this one, and a goal kick favoring the Eastmont Wildcats. Ball goes out of bounds. I have to say that despite the 3 goals he gave up in the Wenatchee game, Damian Rees acquainted himself quite well under the 3 tubes for Eastmont. Let's not forget that he's a junior varsity goalkeeper.
Yeah, he did well. That was a stressful situation.
Chipper, onside, mano-a-mano situation, right foot, the shot, goal, 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 goal! Johan Daniel Espinosa for the Eastmont Wildcats. 15 minutes, 7 seconds, and we have the first tally of the contest. Johan Espinosa.
Good job getting that bouncing ball down onto his foot, keeping us cool. He's seen that a million times, and he just did what had to be done. He tucked that away well. Keeper was, it's you just close your eyes and hope for the best, and that's it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Whistle on the play. Let's see what the referee has called. And it will be free kick for West Valley Yakima, now trailing 1-0 thanks to Johan Daniel Espinosa. Deep shot into the box. Mr. Rishgo watches it sail by. 16 minutes of play. Let's see if this lights a fire under the West Valley boys, and why not? Let's see if this kind of sharpens the appetite of the Eastmont boys and seek to put a few more on the score.
Little success
board.
never helps or never hurts. Likewise, I think West Valley might be feeling a little bit rushed, a little urgent to get back up on the score to match a tallying equalizer, or tally an equalizer, if you will. They've certainly had some really good looks.
Quick push up field, searching for Colbin Moore, and Mr. Moore will not catch up to that ball. It will be a throw-in for the Wildcats. "16 minutes, make that 17 minutes on the dot in this first half of play, and it's Mr. Jorge Ramirez, one of the co-captains for West Valley, with the ball. Eastmont quickly recovering. Down the stripe on the right side goes Flavio Espinosa. Flag is up. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Eastmont ball. There's the throw-in. Edson Aviles. That one is Manny Lopez. Rejected by Brandon Rueda. Quick move. Colby Moore rewinds a little. Zinedine Moreno, marked by Sergio Bravo. Moreno, ball goes out of bounds, Eastmont ball.
Eastmont's still trying to find some chemistry out there. They're opting out of a lot of easy passes and trying to make some complicated, less successful ones, which I think if they just get their head up and take the easy 5-10 yard pass, even though it may be a negative pass away from goal, they'll retain possession and move West Valley out of their shape a little better if they can do that.
Manny Lopez, top of the box. Espinosa shot across, and Mr. Leon just a hair too late to catch up to that one. It will be a goal kick for West Valley Yakima. If you've just joined us, this is NCW Live Channel Sports bringing you live soccer action from Eastmont High School and East Wenatchee. It's the Eastmont Wildcats against the West Valley Yakima Rams, with Eastmont leading 1-0 since the 15th minute of play. A quick move down the right side. Edgar Ramirez into the box. Shot across, and Mr. Rishko with some degree of difficulty sends it to the corner kick. Third corner kick of the game for the Rams, fourth overall.
Yeah, he showed a fair amount of athleticism, getting the corner there and getting that cross off, and that was definitely a dangerous situation for Eastmont.
19 minutes, 19 seconds into this one. Corner kick, left-footed, near post, rejected by Giovanni Romero. Espinosa, collision there involving Johan Espinosa. West Valley prevails. Off to the races now. West Valley trying to keep it in bounds there, and with some success at it, no less. The back line of Eastmont.
That was defended well. That West Valley player is a pretty skilled player with the ball at his feet and really quick.
Quick push up field. Recovered by Johan Espinosa. Looking to connect with Flavio Espinosa. Flavio trying to leave Noah Cepeda behind us. Flavio, goal, 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 goal! Flavio Yair Espinosa, 2-0 Eastmont Wildcats, Matt Wisen.
Well, you know, if your older brother scores a goal, you got to keep pace. Otherwise, you know who's going to get fed tonight.
Absolutely. 21 minutes of play, 2-0 Eastmont.
No, that was a good-looking goal. Great individual effort there. Just like Eastmont's having issues with their cover player, West Valley, we just saw that. One-on-one, no backup player coming in behind. That's a dangerous proposition when you've got the Espinosas with the ball at their feet. You want help.
Quick substitution for West Valley. Number 17 has entered the contest for the Rams. That's Cole Baker. And a little while ago, I believe, that's number 10 back there, just handling the ball. Looks like number 10, Ruben Din, has entered the contest for West Valley. We'll make sure. Yep. So a couple of substitutions here. Quick run down the left side by Luke Powers. Shot across. Trying to connect with Baker. Ball goes out of bounds. It will belong to the Eastmont Wildcats. Now sitting a little more comfortably on this particular contest with a 2-0 lead. Of course, the old adage goes, there's no more dangerous score in soccer than 2-0. If you don't believe me, just ask the Quincy Jackrabbits, who played Sila at home on Saturday. Were leading 2-0 and walked off the pitch the losers of a 3-2 contest in a matter of 12 minutes in the second half.
Yeah, that third goal can be elusive sometimes, especially if you start feeling like things are coming a little too easy. And maybe you want to put the game to bed a little too early, so you get into defensive mode and then you get tight. I'm sure right now Eastmont's coaches, I'll take a page out of Coach Neil Oyston's book and say take the sting out of this game, add a third goal, and that will rest a little more easy.
"22 minutes, 54 into this one. The quick header into the box and trying to surprise Rishko was Dean. No dice that time. Rishko, right-footed. Rejected by Cole Baker. Trying again is Johan Espinosa. Colby Moore. And Rishko, Vladimir. Right foot again, up in the air, almost right at midfield.
Yeah, Vlad's doing a good job tonight recognizing that ball coming in and leaving his line at appropriate times.
Whistle on the play, flag is up.
Just couldn't get back on side before that ball came in.
That would have been quite the lucky break for Eastmont. That header by Noah Stuckey, who didn't realize he had an Eastmont player behind him. And it will be an indirect free kick for West Valley, taken care of by one of the co-captains, Noah Cepeda.
You know, I didn't see. Did that ball come off a West Valley head?
Yeah.
So I believe the rules have changed to where that is not offside if the,
Really?
the ball's played off a defensive player.
A quick move down the right side, shot across. Interrupted by Manny Lopez, taken back by West Valley. Trying again is Jorge Ramirez, rejected. Flavio Espinosa, he's onside. Balauro, left foot, the shot across, and one of the co-captains for West Valley sends it out of bounds with more urgency, a lot more urgency than style. That was Noah Cepeda, saving his team from a third tally. A good maneuver by Balauro that perhaps deserved better, Matt.
Yeah, well, Eastmont just brought two attackers there, Bolero, and then I didn't see the right forward. The rest of the team kind of stood back and watched. If they would have brought a third or a fourth person back and gave that attack some depth, I think Nate could have looked around and found some easier options on that.
There's Dean. Can't catch up to it, but it doesn't matter. The last player to touch the ball had a white jersey on, so it's West Valley ball. 25 minutes, 19 seconds into this one with Eastmont leading West Valley Yakima 2-0. Noah Stuckey. The push upfield for Baker. Can't catch up to it, and Mr. Rishko will take care of this.
Yeah, West Valley is definitely gun shy of that long ball through now. I just looked up when they had the ball, and they were leaving four back that time, and two people pretty far back, respecting that pace down this left side.
Moreno over the head of Romero. Sent out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for West Valley Yakima. Quick substitution for the Rams. Looks like Edgar Ramirez has been replaced. It looks like number 11, Julian Lee, has taken his place. We're back in action now. Cepeda. Tony Leon. Double team quickly. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Eastmont ball in my opinion. And it is. Manny Lopez. Johan Espinosa. Tony Leon. Espinosa. Leon. A little shot from behind. No call. Play continues. Edson Aviles. Rejected by Cepeda. Julian Lee. Pushed upfield for Colby Moore. Switching flanks now to the right. First on it for Eastmont is Sebastian Aviles. Bounces off at a West Valley player, and it will be Eastmont ball. 27 minutes, 32 seconds into this one, with Eastmont leading West Valley Yakima 2-0. Quick review. First goal 15 minutes into it, Johan Espinosa, and then Flavio Espinosa in the 21st minute. So the siblings making their mark here against the Rams. Let's see what happens if Cole and Luke Baker enter the contest for West Valley Yakima. A bit of a battle there. Cleared away. Flavio Espinosa. Sergio Bravo. Header missed by Balauro. Whistle on the play. Bit of a collision. West Valley Yakima ball. Coach Vidal Hurtado in his first year for East Wenatchee. Been an assistant for a few years before then. First year as the skipper of this club. Sergio Bravo. And a different zip code, Flavio Espinosa, recovered by West Valley. Colbin Moore. Taken back by Aviles Edson. Dean. Colbin Moore, the shot to the Birds. 29 minutes, 2 seconds into this first half of play. Eastmont ahead of West Valley, 2-0. A little tentativeness, perhaps, a little trying to not let the game get away from them. West Valley, I mean, perhaps keeping it close until halftime and then trying to regroup.
Yeah, they're definitely not sending as many players forward.
Push up field, flag is up. None of that will count. Matt Wisen, I apologize.
Yeah, no worries. They're definitely not sending as many players forward in the attack. They can't afford to just sit back. If that's the case, they're going to lose the game.
By goodness knows how many.
So why not send some players forward? You've got to get offensive. And they're doing a good job. They're just getting a little bit disconnected in the midfield there and not quite bringing enough numbers forward to outnumber Eastmont in the defense.
There it is. A shot by number 8, Edgar Ramirez. Right-footed shot goes wide. Perhaps a shot that deserved a little better fortune, but ultimately it will be Eastmont ball. 30 minutes, 20 seconds, or about 10 minutes, a little under 10 minutes away from the end of regulation here in the first half of play, as we see one Eastmont player beginning to warm up, Matt Wisen. Anybody you recognize?
Can't quite make out a number from here, but
no.
Yeah, it's about time to get on your bench now. He's like he was saying earlier, he's got a skinny bench, and you don't want to just to wear your players out and use them all, keep those legs fresh, and it's getting colder, so yeah, get those players some time, keep them warm.
Cepeda, long kick upfield. Rishko waiting to see where it was going to land, and then ultimately deciding to let it go. It's number 5 for Eastmont. That would make it Mr. Emmanuel Mendoza getting ready to enter the contest.
And for the Wildcats, number 5, Emmanuel Mendoza.
Long kick upfield. The header by Balauro. Manny Lopez. Good maneuver that time by Colbin Moore. Baker. Stuckey. Cepeda. Taken back by Eastmont. This could be interesting. Flag is up. Oh my goodness, that's a close call. That is a close call. To me, they were on the same plane, but again, I don't have the flag or the whistle, so we'll go with the experts on this one. Speaking of experts, Matt Wisen.
He was still making his way back from the offside position. You said it was close, and it was close. But yeah, he at one point was offside, so I can't say either way, but except the way that the whistle blew.
There's a good move by Moreno. Taken back by Eastmont. Bit of a grab there. Play continues. Espinosa Flavio. Teaming up with Sergio Bravo. Quick move by Johan Espinosa. And now Manny Lopez pushing him way upfield. Balauro. Edson Aviles. Mendoza.
I think Eastmont got away back there in the middle of the field with a little bit of a foul there.
Whistle on the play, called against Tony Leon.
And maybe we got a little makeup one right there.
Yeah, Cole Baker getting the call for West Valley Yakima. Let's look at the time. 33 minutes, 10 seconds into this first half of play. You're watching NCW Live Channel Sports. Quick substitution.
17 off.
So it's Cole Baker being replaced now by number 7, Brandon Rueda. Noah Stuckey battling it out. Tony Leon. Rueda. Referee says Eastmont ball. Rueda doesn't quite agree. Throw incoming, Balauro. Leaving the duties to his teammate Manny Lopez. Aviles Edson. Aviles Sebastian. Long kick upfield. Rejected by Chase Thorne. Trying again was Johan Espinosa. Then is Giovanni Romero. Taken back by Dean. This guy's got some wheels. Shot across. Doesn't surprise Sebastian Aviles. Cleared away. Bit of a bad connection there. Tony Leon. Espinosa. Rueda. Stuckey. That was Colvin Moore, the last. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be West Valley ball, and it is. 35 minutes on the dot. The Wildcats still leading 2-0. Brandon Rueda over the head of the goalkeeper. Of the referee, I beg your pardon. Rejected. Quick move, flag is up. I agree completely with the assistant referee this time. Second offside call, and for some reason Vidal Hurtado is very upset.
You just got to start that run earlier, and that was, I mean, I think everyone in the stadium saw that coming, except for the 2 players that were involved. So start your run a little deeper. As a forward, you need to be aware of that. And you got the center line right there to remind you where that is. So just get your head up, be a little more aware, and you'll figure it out.
Quick movement that time by Sebastián Avilés. Balauro. Pushed upfield by Manny Lopez. Flavio Espinosa. Chase Thorne clearing our way. Manny Lopez. That was Ruben Dean. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be thrown for West Valley Yakima. 36 minutes, 33 seconds into this one. Eastmont leading 2-0.
So I have a game update from Wenatchee at Davis earlier today. Wenatchee beats Davis from a goal off of Zach Hurt's foot in overtime, 2-1.
If you add to that the strong performance by Wenatchee at Moses Lake, it turns out to be a bit of a strong run for both teams, both Eastmont and Wenatchee, as of late, that is.
Yeah, I think the talent is definitely in Wenatchee Valley for soccer with the Big Nine. Definitely bodes well going forward. And really interesting to see how Wenatchee fares against Pasco on Wednesday. Pasco's the team that handed Wenatchee a pretty dominant loss at Pasco last year in state.
Up the middle, I believe it was 4-0, wasn't it?
4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah.
And Pasco looks to be off to just as equally as strong as they were last year. So, yeah, it'll be a good matchup. Wenatchee gets some home cooking against them and see how that plays out.
Absolutely. The Pasco Bulldogs visiting the Wenatchee Panthers.
And we'll have that game tomorrow night as well.
Absolutely. We'll be there. Looking forward to it.
Might rain or shine. Most likely rain, it sounds like. It's
Indeed.
Bumped up to a 6 o'clock kickoff tomorrow.
Push up field, trying to surprise Rishko, and almost does.
almost got surprised by his own player.
Yeah, indeed. Rishko had to hit the deck to stop that ball. 38 minutes. The clock on the scoreboard has stopped. So now it's up to the gentleman in green to tell us when it's time for a break.
Yeah, West Valley, they're only really pushing 2, and they're just trying to launch it into him as of late. And Eastmont's one up on defense and playing it pretty well. So I think they're just going to run those 2 players down to the ground unless they keep them fresh and look to switch it up a little bit.
Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for West Valley Yakima. One thing that has surprised me, and perhaps it shouldn't, to be quite frank with you, Matt, no sense of urgency as of late from either team, not to put the game away, not to inch closer in the scoreboard.
Yeah, no, I think Eastmont's...
The header, and it goes wide. Go ahead,
Eastmont,
please.
I think, is just looking to make it into halftime to make adjustments, and it kind of looks that way for West Valley, too. I never like to wait for halftime to make adjustments. I'm always sending players in with adjustments and throughout the whole game, because the game is a fluid game. It's always changing. It doesn't just change once or twice. So, yeah, I see this as a wasted opportunity for either team.
Down the right flank we go. The screen by Flavio Espinosa, opening the game up for his brother, Johan Espinosa, and once again having a little trouble putting those hands around the ball, Matt Weisel.
Yeah, that same almost mirror image of the dribbler we saw in the first half.
Early in the first half, yeah.
But Eastmont did learn and sent somebody in after it and almost got the tally.
There's Flavio Espinosa, marked by Luke Powers. There's Flavio. Ball goes out of bounds. Eastmont ball, that is. Manny Lopez. No one waiting for it. And the goalkeeper makes the effort right at the whistle. That tells us that this first half is in the books. Eastmont ahead of West Valley Yakima, 2-0. Don't go away. Welcome back to Eastmont High School, home of the mighty Wildcats, who tonight are battling the West Valley Yakima Rams in this Big 9 boys soccer contest brought to you by NCW Live Channel. Glad to have you with us, Matt Weisen, and alongside Sebastián Moraga. And Matt, tell me something. One thing that I would like to know your perspective on. If I am the coach for West Valley, what do I tell my team at halftime?
Well, I'm going to give them the same old 2-0 lead pep talk.
Spiel?
Yeah, get 1 goal. That's all you need to do. Get 1 goal. See what happens. But don't try and get 2. You're never going to do it. Get 1 and take it from there. And a lot of times the other team does get tight. It happens. It's nature.
We're just about ready to start. The Eastmont Wildcats taking care of the ball from left to right on your screen, decked in white and red. And from right to left, decked in black and blue, or make that light blue, the West Valley Yakima Rams. The whistle has blown, and we are in business here at Eastmont High School.
So West Valley doesn't seem to really be pressing much either. They're definitely respecting Eastmont's attack, but they're leaving too many people back, and they're confused whether or not they want to press as a defense, press high, or not, or back off.
Shot across, a bit too high for that particular forward. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Eastmont.
And so that's called a line of confrontation. So Eastmont has the ball, and they're defending third. How far do you want to, as a defensive unit, set that line where Eastmont runs?
Good ball that time. Beautiful maneuver connecting with Flavio Espinosa, but it gets sent away, and the shot in the second try by Manny Lopez right at the hands of Devin Duthie. Matt Wise, and I apologize for the interruption.
Yeah, no, wow, Eastmont's causing an interruption. That was a good long ball through the middle, almost capitalized it. But how far up that field, where do you want to set that line where Eastmont runs into pressure? And we're seeing a little confusion with West Valley, and they're sending two players that aren't really providing any pressure at all. And what that's doing is it's taking away from the numbers that West Valley can have in the middle of the field. So are they going to set that line higher up? If so, bring more players. Work as a unit. Shrink that field defensively.
Luke Baker, chipper over the head. Oh, nope. Good stop by Rishko. No surprises there. Looked dangerous from up here.
Yeah, that was a tough one. It floated in on him. He timed his jump well and almost put that at the foot.
Good ball for Flavio Espinosa. Beautiful shot, and that one gets a little greedy there. Kind of unlike the Espinosa brothers to not treat the ball with more care there on such an opportunity. I understand everybody misses sometimes. I don't think I've seen them miss by that much in a situation like that.
Yeah, that was a good look, golden opportunity. He did take I think he made the right decision.
Oh, he did, yes.
One touch.
Mm-hmm.
But you usually don't see him miss the target by that much.
Noah Cepeda, and that one is Sebastián Avilés on the other end.
So like here, you got two players, and the middle player is just kind of watching, not really providing anything for Eastmont or for West Valley. The rest of the West Valley is just kind of being stretched, and so they're no good defensively. And that's why Eastmont's capable, or as soon as they get the ball, they're just huffing it long because West Valley is out of sync. They're not organized. And Eastmont's had two golden opportunities right off the bat in 3 minutes into the game.
Balauro.
By the same ball.
Good move. Good penetration by Johan Espinosa. Stopped there, however, by Brandon Rueda. Taken back by Eastmont. Switching flanks now for Manny Lopez. Lopez battling it out with Luke Powers. Powers and Zinedine Moreno. Moreno, the good ball for Ramirez. Edgar Ramirez, the right-footed shot, and the stop by Mr. Rishko.
Yeah, I think Mr. Ramirez wants that ball back. It looked like it was kicking that in tall grass. It just got hung up. I think more often than not, he'll put a little bit more on that ball than what we just saw.
Sergio Bravo. Colvin Moore charged from behind, but before that happened, there had been a whistle on the play, so it will be a free kick for West Valley Yakima. A bit of a disagreement there between Sergio Bravo and Zinedine Moreno as to where the ball goes. There's Moreno.
Yeah, Moreno handled himself very well there. If I was the West Valley player, and back in my day, I think I would have taken that ball another 10 yards down the field after the player kicked it back at me, just to make a statement. But that's what got me in trouble so many times when I played.
And that's why I'm not allowed in most soccer fields across the Evergreen State. 44 minutes, 44 seconds into this one, folks. A little under 5 minutes into the first half of play. There's Rishko. And Giovanni Romero, go ahead.
So now you look back here at West Valley's goalkeeper, and he's playing pretty deep in the box with the ball clear down at the other end of the field. He is a defender, like I've said before, and Eastmont's been sending that ball long through. He's the first guy that's going to outrun everybody else that ball. If he plays up a little higher at the top of the circle instead of halfway back into his penalty box.
Ball goes out of bounds, and we see the assistant referee. No, he's just tying his shoelaces. I thought he might be perhaps injured or at least
go to the fourth referee off the sideline.
Yeah. Push from behind. Play continues, however. Tony Leon. Lopez. Straight up. Espinosa. Lopez. Taken back by West Valley. Trying to connect with Colvin Moore. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be thrown for Eastmont. Temperature beginning to drop in a rather emphatic manner, but the crowd remains steadfast in their support. Not a big crowd, but not a small crowd either. Some people with some heaters. I can see some portable heaters.
Yeah, be nice to have some heaters up here.
Yeah. Eric Granstrom, are you listening? That one's going to cost me. Ball goes out of bounds.
I was thinking as close as we are to the lights up top. You know, we're pretty high up. We might actually get some heat off of those things, but unfortunately not.
Throwing for Eastmont. Deep in their own territory. Cepeda recovering for West Valley. Pushed back upfield. Off to the races we go. There is Flavio Espinosa. First on it is Duthie. Not quite clearing it as much as he'd like. I'm guessing, and still the ball just hanging there. Bit of a miscommunication that we've seen repeatedly between Duthie and his back four.
Yeah, that's just, you know, some keepers really do communicate well. At the professional level, the keeper is very animated and very loud, very vocal. As you go down from there, it seems like they get quieter and quieter.
Well, we are talking about a freshman. Let's not forget, Duthie is a freshman, so perhaps he's still feeling his oats, so to speak. He's feeling his way around this whole varsity business.
Well, yeah, and it can be intimidating as a freshman telling seniors what to do.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And what I tell my players is there's no time to be ultra polite. You have to be very to the point and abrupt, and that takes some confidence to do that with a senior.
Through ball, good ball, into the box we go. Flavio Espinosa, good touch, nice ball, the shot, goal, 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 goal! And what a combination, Flavio and Johan, and it's ultimately looked like number 10 with the shot ultimately, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, that was brother-to-brother combo.
Yeah.
You think they've done that before in their backyard?
Maybe a time or two.
They practiced that one before. That was a great back heel. They both knew what they were going to be doing, and like I said, done it a million times before.
So it's 3-0 Eastmont. Beautiful goal. I hesitated for just a split second because the ball, the shot by Johan rattled the side of the net, so perhaps I thought it might have gone wide, but when I saw the referee, there was no doubt about it. Second personal tally for Johan Espinosa, and third overall for the Espinosa family.
Yeah, it's fun. My kids got a chance to play together or the last year in club, or Jonah's last year is a senior year, and Tyler is an 8th grader, and they played together plenty of times in training and at home. And what do you know, those two were assisting and scoring in that game just the same.
Free kick for West Valley, now trailing 3-0. There is Cepeda.
Trick.
The hand, that ball, the shot across. Anybody going to connect? Whistle on the play. We have a corner kick.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I think that was maybe still some rustiness there by Vlad. Usually he's a little more
assertive when it comes to that ball. Yep.
There, yeah, that was or maybe he thought he was a little closer to the bar and he could throw that over. But yeah, he put that in a really dangerous location.
Fourth corner kick of the game for West Valley. Shot to the top of the 18. Cleared away partially. Balauro now pushing it out. And now he's getting shoved. Whistle on the play. Foul called. It will be a free kick for Eastmont. Flavio Yair Espinosa and Johan Daniel Espinosa taking care of the scoring for Eastmont today. And we are going to have a substitution for the Wildcats. It's going to be number 17, Tony Leon, being replaced by number 18 in the Eastmont Wildcat roster, Jesus Pedrosa. A quick ball, stopped without major trouble by the goalkeeper Duthie. Kick up field. Excuse me. Flavio Espinosa. That one is Johan. Taken back by West Valley. Good maneuver that time by Jorge Ramirez. Recovered, however, by Bravo. Giovanni Romero under some pressure now by Edgar Ramirez. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Eastmont. 51 minutes, 51 seconds in this contest. Approaching the 12 minute of play in the second half, with Eastmont now breathing a little more easy, leading 3-0. How big of a factor is goal differential in Big Nine play, Matt Wisen? Is it as big a factor as we see in college and in the pros?
I believe so. It's it's a complicated system, and I've never been able to figure out how they score. Obviously, more goals the better. If nothing else, it definitely sends messages to your opponents.
Absolutely.
I just want to point out, I saw some really good sportsmanship out there by Mr. Lopez. I don't want that to go unnoticed. And he unintentionally fouled a player earlier on that went uncalled. And I saw him go back to that player, shake his hand, apologize. Was not forced to do so, and that's definitely a testament to his character.
Excellent stuff. Love sportsmanship at all levels, but to see it among these young folks really gives you an idea of the quality of athletes and student athletes that these programs are producing.
Definitely.
Free kick for West Valley. 53 minutes, 23 seconds on the scoreboard. Cepeda. Brandon Rueda. Ball inbounds. Nice move by Rueda. Rueda battling it out. Shakes one marker. The touch to his left. Now shot into the box. Partially cleared away. Trying again for West Valley will be, looks like Luke Powers, but the ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in that Luke Powers will take care of. Into the box we go. Pivoting header. Penetrating from behind.
Good defense there. That was a dangerous ball.
That was. Johan Espinosa. Espinosa, marked by one. Noah Stuckey. Ball goes out of bounds. Espinosa will take care of it. Quick give and go there with Edson Aviles. Camacho. Couple of headers for West Valley. Sinodin Moreno. Whistle on the play. Let's see what the referee calls it. It will be Eastmont ball. 54 minutes, 44 seconds into this one, with Eastmont leading the West Valley Yakima Rams 3-0. First goal, 15th minute of play, Johan Espinosa. Second goal, Flavio Espinosa, 21st minute of play. Third goal, 49th minute of play, Johan Espinosa, with an assist by none other than his brother Flavio. The shot goes wide, not a major problem for Mr. Duthie, and it will be a goal kick for West Valley. Folks, don't forget, we will be back here, well, not here, but we will be across the bridge tomorrow at the Apple Bowl for, my Wisen? Wenatchee against Pasco.
Yeah, should be it's got all the makings of a great game. Definitely Wenatchee wants a rematch. Try and even the score between the two teams in the last 2 years.
Quick move down the right flank. Noah Stuckey. Shakes one off. Nice maneuver into the box. The shot. Ooh, and it was Mr. Colvin Moore who just had it, but could not quite pull the trigger.
His own player got in his way there.
That's right. Trying again is Powers. First on it will be Flavio Espinosa. The touch trying to connect with Balauro doesn't work. Recovered by West Valley. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Eastmont ball. Nope, stand corrected. Referee says it will be West Valley ball. The Rams putting it back into play. Luke Powers. Headed away by Edson Aviles. Trying again is Noah Stuckey. Rueda. Cepeda. Long kick upfield. Rejected by Sergio Bravo. Powers. Powers. Bit of a Garrincha-like maneuver there. The quick touch. Good triangulation. Chase Thorne. Thorne shakes one off. Keeps it in bounds. Whistle on the play. Let's see what the referee calls it. It will be West Valley ball. He calls a foul against Eastmont. I did not see it myself, but we'll go with the experts once again.
I don't think it was any one hard contact foul. It was just a number of tugs and kicks and pulls and stuff that affected his ability
Long
to really
kick up
play
the field. Short touch by West Valley. Dances past Mr. Rishko and the upright, and it will be goal kick for Eastmont. Long kick upfield coming. Nobody warming up on the Eastmont bench. Everybody sitting down on the West Valley bench, with the sole exception of the coach. Jorge Ramirez. Brandon Rueda. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be West Valley ball. 58 minutes, 8 seconds into this contest. 18 minutes and change into the second half, with Eastmont leading West Valley 3-0. There's Cepeda. Cepeda into the box. Cannot quite connect with Colvin Moore. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Eastmont ball, and it is.
Yeah, if you're West Valley, you can't afford to have that ball go over your head there. You need to have some, usually the last guy in is the last guy in, including the ball. So never let that ball go over your head. You've got to be able to play it back in.
You're watching NCW Live Channel, Big Nine boys soccer action. Quick recovery at the 18 by West Valley. There's a right-footed shot waiting to happen. Switching to the left, the stop, and there it is. The 3-1 tally for West Valley. 59 minutes, 15 seconds, and West Valley gets on the board here at Eastmont High School. It's number 8, Edgar Ramirez, adding to his personal account the 8th goal of the season for Ramirez, the team's leading scorer, and it's 3-1. Eastmont. Matt Wisen.
Finally, a little energy from West Valley. I'm sure the coach is saying the same thing. They're having some opportunities. Eastmont kind of fell asleep on the back door. Maybe their midfield markers just allowed that runner to come in, and it was a good ball in, and good way to follow that ball through.
And it all started because they would not give up on that ball right about the 18. They snuck it back in. They took it back from Eastmont and tried again. Zinedine Moreno, long run upfield.
Yeah, building out of the back doesn't always get the glory, the props that it deserves. Maybe because it's an older English style, but it really, I believe, it's the trademark of a very good team. If you're solid, being able to build the ball out of the back, and you need width, you need depth, support. You know, I use the word depth a lot for the attack, and technically it's support, and communication. And Eastmont's kind of not necessarily very confident when it comes to building out of the back, and they're looking to get it off their foot quicker. And when that breaks down, things happen like what just happened.
Powers leaves one behind. Switches to his left, connecting with Luke Baker. Ball goes out of bounds. And a little more spring in their step for the folks from Yakima so far in this particular stretch of the contest. Perhaps we might see a bit more penetrating offense that we've seen so far. Pivoting header that time. Pedrosa. Recovered by Stuckey. Taken back by Balauro. Balauro. Nice job by Flavio Espinosa staying onside. Espinosa. Ball goes out of bounds. Good maneuver. Good defensive maneuver by Chase Thorne right there. It was a clean move. In my estimation.
Solid slide tackle. He brought that trail or that leading leg up a little high after the tackle to maybe bring the player down if he didn't get the ball. But it was a solid tackle. Last line of defense there.
Tony Leon in for the Wildcats, replacing number 18 Pedrosa. So Leon, one of the starters, getting some more playing time. Giovanni Romero. That doesn't quite work. Off to the races we go. Sebastián Avilés. Powell. The touch. Looking to connect with Chase Thorne. Didn't quite work. Ball goes out of bounds. I'm going to sneeze in about 2 minutes. Luke Powell. Baker. Good combination. Powell again. Shot across, far post. A bit too long for Brandon Rueda, but a good intention that time.
West Valley looking a lot better.
Yeah.
Of late. They're moving the ball. They're moving up as a unit together better. And that goal definitely gave them some confidence going in. They still have 17 minutes left in this match and plenty of time to get another one or two to bring this game closer.
Cesar Mendoza.
Cesar Mendoza, number 13. Quick move that time. Interrupted by Chase Thorne and ultimately by Devin Duthie. Duthie. Manny Lopez. Espinosa, good ball. Play continues, and now the flag comes up. Offside, none of that will count. And it will be Mr. Cepeda taking care of this one. 64-18 into this contest. 24 minutes and change into the second half. With West Valley Yakima showing some signs of life after giving up 3 goals to Eastmont here at Eastmont High School. I've been coming to this place for now 2-3 years now. I still don't know if this field has a name, an actual name, like the Apple Bowl or JC Stadium or Bulldog football field. Does it have a name?
Eastmont Wildcats. I don't know. That's on the scoreboard. I've always called it Wildcat Stadium.
Works for me. Espinosa. Quick push up field, doesn't quite work. Rejected by West Valley. Good maneuver recovering for Eastmont. Good through ball. The shot by number 11, Manny Lopez. That deserved a better fate, in my opinion. There's Lopez once again. Right foot across, and it dances in front of the 6. Now looking for some room is Balauro. And finally cleared away by West Valley. Trying again is Edson Avilés. Pushed upfield, bit too long. Oh, and it dances past the goalkeeper. Let's see what the referee says. Corner kick. Yep, corner kick. Perhaps Mr. Duthie feeling the weight of his own, what should we call it? Inexperience. That's the word, inexperience. He's a freshman.
That's kind of a tricky bounce.
Yeah,
and this field is not the greatest field. And Eastmont would be the first one to tell you that.
Indeed. There's a shot, far post, Manny Lopez, and it dances past the upright.
I was walking on this field earlier, and it's definitely groomed pretty tight. Doesn't appear that they've watered it much in the last week or so, and they've added pretty heavy coarse sand in there, and I imagine it's to smooth out some of the ruts that were in there from probably started last spring when it was a bog. So the field plays rather fast and hard. Right
Aviles and Manny Lopez interrupted by Powell. Powell leaving one behind, going for two. There's Lopez again. Ball goes out of bounds. A throw in for West Valley Yakima.
Yeah, look, the player Powell who just went down, I'm sure he's going to be, we were just talking about that coarse sand.
He's going to be feeling it tomorrow.
Yeah, he'll be getting some treatment for his raspberry that he decided to grow tonight on his shoulder after that one.
Ball goes out of bounds. It should be West Valley Yakima ball, and it is. As a throw-in, and it's Mr. Powell. Not looking the worse for wear. Pivoting header that time. Over to chase it is Cole Baker. Let's see what happens here. And finally, it's the number 6 for Eastmont. Edson Aviles sending it to the corner kick. But Eastmont having a bit of a harder time than necessary here at their own home against West Valley Yakima.
I really don't know how to explain what just happened there.
Me neither. I was looking down at my notes, trying to jot something, and like, what's happening? Corner kick. Far post. Noah Cepeda. Ball goes out of bounds, bounces off of an Eastmont player, and West Valley Yakima inching closer to that second tally than Eastmont is to the fourth one. Dangerous stretch of play here for Eastmont.
Yeah, Eastmont's defense looks a little tired right now. They're just kind of sitting back and letting West Valley come to them. West Valley gets another goal, and, man, we're going to have a game.
Ramirez, shot across. There's a punch away by Rishko, still dancing in front of the penalty dot. And here comes the counter. Let's see what happens here. Edson Aviles, stopped up midfield by Cepeda. Touch for Moreno. Moreno upfield. The quick give and go, into the box we go. Right-footed shot, and Mr. Rishko showing off those reflexes and kicking that ball away.
Great shot. Just, I think that was a quick reaction right at Rishko's feet, but nonetheless, he made the save. And West Valley's starting to see that they don't have to be afraid to lose this game, and they're bringing numbers.
After the save by Rishko, another shot by West Valley that went airborne. Not a major danger for Mr. Rishko, and there's the man himself delivering this goal kick. Balauro. Lopez. Flavio Espinosa. Taken back by Cepeda. A quick push. Looking for Dean. Cleared away by the center back for Eastmont. Manny Lopez trying again. Manny, personal maneuver, leaving one behind, trying for two. He does. Manny Lopez, he's going to enter the box. The chipper! Good effort by Manny.
Yeah, for such a big guy, he
can move.
He can move.
Yeah. Indeed. 70 minutes, 7 seconds. On the scoreboard, we've entered the last 10 minutes of regulation play with Eastmont. I know it doesn't make any sense to say it, but hanging on to a 3-1 lead over West Valley Yakima. I think that's going to be one of the, if this score holds, that's going to be the biggest regret talked about on the bus trip back to Yakima, that we respected these guys too much.
Yeah. And likely so. I mean, Eastmont is deservedly in first place, and they're a very strong team. But when you get as many opportunities as you've had, and haven't capitalized on them, got to be kicking yourself for that.
Quick move, Espinosa into the box. Nice heel touch. The shot, and it dances, and it rattles the side of the net. And Mr. Flavio Espinosa grabs his head with both hands, saying, I cannot believe that did not go in.
Yeah, I think if he had that to do over, he would have tried to bring that across the face of the goal and not to the near post.
Manny Lopez. Eastmont needs that fourth goal to put West Valley, this pesky West Valley squad, away from for good. There's a good touch. Lopez and Espinosa. Goal, 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 goal!
Just on cue.
I couldn't have planned that one better, folks. That is Flavio Espinosa. 72nd minute. And the Espinosa brothers splitting the bill here. 2 goals for each. Matt Wisen.
Defenders are making it too easy for those two. And with Nate in there, they all know each other very well. And it's just a matter of basically playing a wall pass. So all they're doing is just a simple wall pass. They pass, they peel off, and they pass back. High school soccer is not known for very great defense. and when you get players that are exemplary in offense, they can make a mockery of the defenseless teams in a hurry, and we've seen that a few times tonight, as well as throughout the last few years. Now we get a goalie change for West Valley, and West Valley's goalie's not playing bad. He's not getting much help. But
Play continues now.
I think
with Flavio Espinosa.
I think any keeper that's given up 4 goals in a game is gonna feel like they just want to go hide somewhere.
Emmett Andis is the new goalkeeper.
I'm sure he's hoping just to end this game too.
Just whistle on the play, and a yellow card forthcoming for a West Valley player.
And we got a double yellow, one for Eastmont as well.
It's number 17 for West Valley who received the yellow. That would be Mr. Cole Baker. And that is in the 74th minute. Unfortunate situation in a game that was eminently clean up until this point.
Yeah, I haven't seen a whole lot of chippiness going on.
And the yellow card goes to Manny Lopez for Eastmont.
The Wildcats, number 9, Sergio Bravo.
And number 9 for Eastmont, Sergio Bravo, will take Manny's place. Without scoring, Manny Lopez was a very, very strong presence in this game. He brought a lot of danger. He was able to stretch the defense. Not that other players didn't do that, but he was able to bring some danger to the back line of West Valley.
He comes out of the back, and often those players that do that are unaccounted for, and he's got such confidence and pace when he brings the ball out of the back. And his defensive prowess is one thing, but when he has the ball and he's barreling down on you as a defender with his size and his speed coming at you, it's intimidating.
He reminds me a little bit of Frank Rijkaard. I'm going to completely date myself here, from the 1990s. This Dutch player who was nominally speaking a defender, but with the ball on his feet, he connected not a problem with Van Basten, with Gullit, with all these great forwards that the national team of the Netherlands had back in the day, back in those days, I should say. But yeah, he is a good defender, but his impact on offense cannot be understated.
Yeah, definitely. And like Coach alluded to earlier on, these players have been playing together a lot, and they are club players. They're on the same club team. Majority of these players are, and have been with each other since when I first started coaching a long time ago, when the balls were still leather.
Who was president then? Did we have electricity? You played by candlelight, didn't you?
Yeah, we played. Yeah. When candles were invented, about 10 years after I started coaching.
And these guys know each other really well. Just to put a bow on that point that you were making, these players know each other really well, and we've seen that in the goals. I mean, 2 of the assists are players that have been playing each other for, gosh, basically since the time they learned to walk and realized they had a sibling.
Yeah, they go back to early grade school days when they're 4 or 5, when they've started playing competitively at rec ages.
Yeah.
But obviously they were just about born with the ball at their feet.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. West Valley Yakima, Cepeda, Jaeger, Cepeda. The goalkeeper, Andis, Luke Powell, taken back by Cesar Mendoza. There's Cesar. Pushing it for West Valley was Din. Luke Powell, recovered by Flavio, battling it out, flag is up. Referee indicates that it will be Eastmont ball.
Yeah, just a little bit too much of a push off there by West Valley defender.
Folks, don't forget, tomorrow night, Wenatchee against Pasco, boys soccer action, Big 9 boys soccer action, here on NCW Live channel. Yours truly, Sebastian Moraga, alongside our soccer expert here, Matt Wyson. Will Coach be joining us? Coach Oyston?
Coach Oyston, I don't know what his schedule is right now. He's been pretty busy. He's got several teams that are going through later stages of their league season right now that he's working with and preparing for. There's
a shot! Go, 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 go! And it's a hat trick for Flavio Espinosa at the end of regulation. Nothing else to say.
Yeah, West Valley, that was the one place that ball could have possibly gotten through. I didn't really see a shot there. Props to Flavio. That was a great shot. Had good movement on it, good pace, and just tucked in that back post.
Yeah, the scoreboard will tell you one story, 5-1, but this was not a laugher by any stretch of the imagination.
I don't think so. And finally, the Eastmont crowd came alive. I think they know it too.
There's Din, the shot across, and Mr. Rishko watching it dance by.
But yeah, like we were saying earlier, West Valley's had
opportunities.
Yeah. Just 1 or 2 more of those goals, and this is a completely different game.
Absolutely.
It's a lot tighter than that. Great goals by Eastmont. Nothing to take away from them. Attacking-wise, they've played a great offensive game.
Trying again is Din, marked by Cesar Mendoza. Recovered by Johan Espinosa now. There's Balauro. Bravo. Push the ball for Flavio. And the stop by Emmett Andes, the backup goalkeeper for West Valley Yakima. And there is the whistle that tells us that Eastmont has defeated West Valley Yakima by a final tally of 5-1. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll wrap this up for you here from East Wenatchee. You're watching NCW Live channel. Don't go away. Welcome back to the friendly confines of Eastmont High School, where we have just witnessed the Wildcats put a 5 spot on West Valley Yakima, taking this one by a score of 5-1. A quick review of the goals. Johan Espinosa, 15th minute, opening the tallies for the Wildcats, 1-0. Then Flavio Espinosa 21st minute, his brother making it 2-0. Then in the second half, 49th minute, 3-0, Johan Espinosa. Then in the 72nd minute, make that in the 59th minute, Edgar Ramirez, the one tally for West Valley, making it a 3-1 contest. Then in the 72nd minute, 4-1 Eastmont via Flavio Espinosa. And then ultimately in the 78th minute, Flavio Espinosa making it a personal hat trick and an all Espinosa night for the Eastmont Wildcats. The scoreboard tells you it was 5-1, but for a while there, look, sight closer than that, my Wisen.
Yeah, both teams had quite decent runs of possession, good movement, and great looks at goal. Eastmont capitalized, West Valley didn't. One correction, I gave a score earlier on with the Wenatchee Davis game. It was 2-1. As I said, the winning goal was off the foot of Johnny Tranberg and not Zach Lopez, or Zach Hurt.
Happens to the best of us, so not a major problem. Thank you for correcting that, and thank you for being with us in this fine yet chilly evening of soccer here from East Wenatchee. Don't forget, tomorrow 6 p.m. Wenatchee boys soccer against Pasco. Matt Wisen and yours truly, Sebastián Moraga, will be bringing that game to you. On behalf of studio manager Tucker Wagner, Dan Kuntz, Jessica Medina, Becca Freemuth, Matt Wisen, and myself, Sebastián Moraga, thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Good night.
Thanks for watching Boys High School Soccer on the NCW Life Channel. Tonight's broadcast was brought to you by the Wenatchee Valley YMCA. We now return to regular programming on your source for sports in North Central Washington, the NCW Life Channel.